plaintiff, Antoinette Bunn, says she gave birth to the defendant when she was 16, and they grew up together. Antoinette admits that she was strict, and the two physically fought from time to time. But she's suing because she claims her daughter took her rental car and wrecked it. Defendant Brianna Bunn admits that her mother was strict, but says she appreciates it now because it has made her a better parent. Brianna insists the car accident was not her fault.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, first I want to say it's an honor to be here. My dad loves you. He wanted me to give him a shout out, Leroy Bunn.
What's his name?
Leroy Bunn.
Mr. Bunn, thank you for watching.
Pops. Okay, well, Judge, this is my daughter, Brianna.
He might be. I don't know my father.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You say he's my pops.
We call him Pops.
Oh, y'all call him Pops. Okay,
we call him
he
Pops.
might very well be. All right. Go ahead. You're my sister. All right. So give me some background on you.
Okay. Well, this is my oldest child. This is my daughter, Brianna. I had her when I was 16. I was a teen mom. So I tried everything to prevent her from going in the same cycle of becoming a teen mom as well. We basically grew up together. We had our ups and downs like mothers and daughters usually have. And I was very strict with her.
Like what?
Well, we fought physically.
But you say
verbally.
most. You felt that to be the case? Was your mom in your life when you grew up?
Yeah, my mom was in my life.
You all didn't get along at some point?
You know, being a teenage girl, you feel like the whole world is against you.
Okay.
You know, you feel like you're right and everybody else is wrong. I just know that because of my own experience, and I tried to kind of put myself in her shoes as I was raised.
I hear that from time to time, but my daughter Kamara and her mother, my wife Linda, nor me, not one time has she ever been disrespectful as a child or did anything wrong that we knew of. There's a funny thing, no, we just didn't know of. That's the point. I was at her wedding when I spoke at the reception. I said, well, you know, she's the only child. I have 4 children. I said, she's the only one that never did anything wrong. To my knowledge, I say I've never heard or seen anything, an argument, a back talk, nothing, ever.
Right.
Never been in trouble. My sons whispered because they were standing there with me. Yeah, you just didn't catch her. So
That's good.
I did remember the one time she was over, and I think I may have said this before, she was over in your homeland.
Yeah, right.
She was over in Ireland. You know, don't do nothing but drink over there, just kids. A lot of pubs. There's a lot of drinking in Ireland. So she called home one night, talking to my wife, Linda. Hey, you having a good time over there? I said, yeah, let me speak to her. I'm speaking. I'm listening. I say, she sound a little different. I said, I'm no drunk when I hear it.
Yeah. So do I.
Kamar, you been drinking? Oh, Dad, get over it. That's the only time. So I believe my sons, she just never got caught.
Absolutely.
And I told them when they said that, I said, well, I can't help it because you all are not slick enough and stay in trouble. So she was in trouble. But that's natural, as you sound like you're saying, and my daughter was just slick enough to not let us know.
One time.
She got caught?
She got caught one time.
All right.
I was working midnights, and my brother came over to the house to check on her. She was about 15 or 16, check on her and her younger brother, and she had a friend girl spending the night with her. My brother walked in the house and saw a couple of young boys in the house. So he chased them out the back door, and when he called me, I came home from work that morning, and I attempted to discipline her physically. That's all I knew how. And when I attempted to do that, she jet out the back door.
What year was that when you were still, all you knew how was to hit her?
My mom didn't spare the rod at all.
Talking about you. I know your mom may not have. That's the 60s and 70s.
Well, so when did I stop or when did I start?
When did you start?
Well, I started, she was born in 94, so I'm going to assume she was probably about 2 or 3 years old.
You whooping the baby.
Well, you know, you have to learn sometimes.
I hope it was
It
just
wasn't
a thump.
abuse.
It was like a thump.
It wasn't even that bad.
At 2 years old, that's all it better be.
It wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that bad. It was probably a pop on the butt.
That's what I'm talking about.
No type of thing, you know.
But at 15, what'd you do?
I used a belt.
On the butt?
Yeah. Well, if she's running around, you know, wherever the belt lands.
All over the house.
But your intent was to use it on the butt.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. I'll stay out of folks' business who are still spanking on the butt.
Okay.
That's between you all, the police, and the court, whoever.
Right.
But you say it takes on a life of its own. The belt. It just starts going everywhere. Is that what happens with her?
Yes, sir.
You give me some background on your relationship with your mom.
She was a little strict on me, you know. She was more strict on me than she was with my younger brother. But I feel like it helped me be a better parent to my daughter and my unborn child so far. So, you know.
How old
I
is your
appreciate
daughter?
that. She's 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she could be a handful. So
You're not. Are
No.
you?
No, just know and, you know, trying to get her to understand that when mommy talks, mommy means business, you know. So
All right.
that's it.
How old were you when you had your first child? What? The child is only
I was
one. What's her
25.
name?
Riley.
Riley?
Yes.
All right, so Riley's only 1 now.
Yes.
So, okay. And you weren't too young. You were how old?
25.
Last year? 25? Mm-hmm. Okay. Did mama have a problem with you having a child at 25?
No, she
Yeah,
was excited.
I'm actually pushing her.
Appropriate age, as long as you can take care of that child.
Oh,
and
yes,
the father
sir.
can take care of that child.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Why you suing her? What you want to tell me with the car damages?
Well, 4th of July weekend, we live in Michigan. We were traveling to Rockford, Illinois for festivities. We got there, me, Brianna, Riley's dad. We all made it there. I'm hanging out with family members my age and my age group. You know, we're socializing, probably having a few drinks here and there. And I think Brianna wanted to go and hang out with cousins and friends and family members of her own age group. We were too old for her. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, hey, when you come back, stop at the liquor store, bring me something back.
Come back from
Socializing.
Got it. From going her way with her friends
Yeah.
or cousins.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So 10 minutes later, about 10 to 15 minutes later, I get a phone call. The car was in a wreck, in an accident. My first instincts was to make sure she and my unborn grandchild was okay. They were eventually rushed to the emergency room. They were fine, but the car rental was damaged. I couldn't drive it back to Michigan. She didn't have permission to drive it.
You just said you told her to go and get
I didn't assume she was leaving in my vehicle. I assumed she was leaving with her other relatives, her friends.
What gave you that assumption?
They were there.
And so were you in your car.
True.
You mama.
That's true.
Mama's telling you to bring me some liquor. You can go, but make sure you bring some Hennessy back. That what you drink?
More like vodka.
Vodka and rum. All right. What type of vodka? Since I've mentioned Hennessy, I want to mention Puffy's drink. You
Ciroc.
drink Ciroc?
I do.
All right, Puff. That's good, because he's making them a bunch of money.
Yeah,
So,
he is. I've contributed to that.
Yeah, he used to drink Ciroc. And ma'am, what do you say to this? The car and the damages and what may have occurred? Give me some game. Give me the same game you gave her, and see how that worked.
Well, I let her know that I was leaving and I was going, 1, to the store, and 2, I was leaving with my cousins as well. It's my hometown, so I wanted to go see different family members I haven't seen in a while. And on the way to the liquor store, I was at a light and I got hit at the light.
Stopped?
Yes.
In the back?
In the front. It hit only my side of the car, of the vehicle. The lady went through the red light and hit another car, and both cars slid into me. And
Did you get a police report?
yes, sir.
All right. And did the report say she did anything wrong?
The report did not say she did anything wrong. However, she didn't ask my permission to take the vehicle.
Okay. That's because you assume. One would say the presumption would be that she would take the person's vehicle who's sending her on the errand. Because you didn't make it clear.
Well, Judge, if I may say something.
Yeah.
Now that we are adults, her and I, we have a better understanding and we communicate better. You know, our relationship is a lot better than when she was a child, a teenager. So, Mom, can I use your car? The car that I own, there's always permission being asked. You know, she doesn't even turn the heat on in my house without my permission.
All right, but go ahead, I'll let you finish.
There's just always permission being asked, and we have that solid ground to understand that, you know. So the permission wasn't asked in that case.
When you said, do something for me, baby. Do something for me. She said, I'm going to use your stuff to do something for you because you didn't tell me how to do it. So the most reasonable thing is, okay, Mama, I'll do something for you by getting your car and doing it for you. The only problem is you went somewhere else after that. If you were only going to do something for Mama, then you might have a decent defense as to, she told me to take it and I went to the store and came right back. And on the way back, I got hit. You were only doing something for her. But in this case, you went beyond doing something for her.
Yes.
And whether you got permission or not, you would be liable if you went outside of her expectation of the use of her car. She didn't expect her car to be driven all across town to see everybody you grew up with. She didn't expect that. She expected maybe one stop, I think I heard her say. You were going with your cousins and then stopping, but she didn't expect you to drive all over the country. Why haven't you agreed to pay? You don't believe you owe? That sounds like what you're saying.
Yes.
You do believe you owe or you don't?
I do believe that I owe. You know, I feel like I should, you know, help my mom pay for it because I do feel like I was responsible.
You have any insurance? It's too trifling?
We do have insurance. Well, I did have insurance on the car. My rates are already high in
I know that's what you were about to say.
I don't want to tell my insurance company about that.
I know it is. You have every right not to because you're right. Your rates will go up. If you come in there with, how much was the damage? Over 5, obviously.
Yeah, $5,717.
You come in there, yes. You're probably going to pay an extra $100 a month after that. So, yeah, you shouldn't expect her to encounter a $1,200 addition to her, or even if it's $600 per year to her insurance, that she would not have had to pay had you not wrecked her car and had she turned it in. And people have a right to do that. They can either collect their money from the negligent driver, or they can collect it from the insurance company if they file the claim. But the insurance company is going to still come after the person who's liable so that they can be reimbursed the money that they used to fix the car. So I'm going to grant her judgment. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Judgment is yours, $5,000.
Thank you. No, she know I love her.
I love you now.